voice of women, the voice of women, 91.7. The voice of women, the voice of women, the voice of women, 91.7. WFM 91.7. Arsenal women have been crowned the 2024-2025 Champions League title holders. Heartland FC Aqua United joined Sunshine Stars Lobby in relegation to NNL. And well, Chelsea, Newcastle and Manchester City join Arsenal and Liverpool as well as Tottenham Hotspur to qualify for the Champions League. Good morning and welcome to Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7. Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I am Miracle Phillip and it's always a beautiful pleasure to get to serve you with sporting updates right here on your radio. Don't forget that you also get to be a part of the show. The phone lines are very much open for you. 07000 917 917, 09155 917 917, and our toll-free number for women 0800 1235 917. And let's talk about also text message and WhatsApp line for you to get to be a part of the show. Yes, you can. If you do not want to call in, the phone lines are 8155 917 917 and 0703 175 6537. Well, let's get into the details, and we started with the MPFL. Lots of drama, especially as the MPFL season, I'm talking about the 2024-2025 season, has officially come to an end. For some, it's got them really, really excited, and for others, so much filled with gloom and doom. Gloom and doom. Well, let's talk about Heartland FC and so much anticipations that had been, gathering for this particular team, especially as they had been relegated last season, found their way back into the top flight of the Nigerian football right after getting off that slot from Beyond Limits, unfortunately getting relegated again. Now, if we look back in time, they've actually never really been relegated in their history before 2016. So what has happened to Emmanuel Amaneke's side? What exactly is going on with Heartland FC? Well, these are some of the conversations that lots of people will be having, but that's not the only team that has been affected in the MPFL. So far, so good this season. Aqua United, they've had series of coaches during the course of this campaign, and yes, they have been relegated to the Nigeria National League. Meanwhile, Shooting Stars also, they've had themselves a beautiful opportunity of ending the season with a 5-1 victory over former champions Rangers International. Leaves you wondering, Rangers International, what's in the shell? Kind of waiting you to cook all this while. We know they see results like that. So, but let's also talk about Ikorodu City, who beat Abia Warriors 3-2 in Lagos. And yes, officially the champions who've been celebrating in the past 3 matches over the fact that yes, they have crowned themselves a first privately owned club to clinch a title in the 2024-2025 MPFL season and in the history of the MPFL. Well, beautifully well for them. They got themselves a stunning victory. Victory as champions, but they lost in their last match to Bayelsa United. That was 3-0. Yeah, and of course we get to see that Remo Stars, Rivers United and Abia Warriors, they finished Rivers United and Abia Warriors finished second and third, to secure their continental spots. But this is exactly what it was like as the during the weekend. Lots of teams, like I said, full of smiles. Some others not really. They'll look to see how they get to have a wonderful dance in the end. And but let's look at the scorelines now. Shooting Stars 5-1 to Rangers International. Bielsa United clinching victory over Remy Stars with 3-0. El Kanemi Warriors, it was a 1-0 victory over Sunshine Stars. Hadland FC, of course, they dominated against Aqua United with a 2-1 scoreline. Rivers United victorious over Nasarawa United 2-1. Ikorodu City 3-2 against Abia Warriors. Eyimba, it was them falling to the arms of Plateau United. It was a 1-0 scoreline. Katsina United, of course, taking victory over Kwara United. Niger Tornadoes, they were victorious over Kano Pillars. And Lobby Stars, it was 2-1 over Bendel Insurance. Well, we'll take a break right now. And when we come back, we definitely have to delve into other parts of the discuss. And let me let you know that Arsenal fans are definitely smiling this season. We'll talk about that right after the break.
WFM 91.7 Muryar Mata.
Women, oh, gather here and come and learn how to unlock funding for your business. We invite female entrepreneurs to the Women Engagement Series May edition on the theme Securing Funding for Women-Owned and Women-Led Businesses with industry giants like Dr. Diola Ogunyemi of EcoBank Nigeria and Dr. Deronke Adeyinka of First Bank Nigeria, who will guide women on how to identify funding opportunities and overcome financial barriers. Date, Saturday, 31st May 2025. Time, 6 p.m. Venue, Google Meet. Abeg, quickly register at WFM 91.7 on Facebook and Instagram and let us learn how to access funding for our businesses. So remember, date is Saturday, 31st May 2025. Time is 6 p.m. prompt. Venue, Google Meet. The Women Engagement Series is an initiative of Women Radio Network and Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation.
Scientists, where they invent things, where they lift life, engineer, where they build bridge, fashion designer, where they style life, then constant body wallet, waiting they worry you, waiting they bother you, my student, financial stress where they weigh you down, tell fund don't come to your aid, with interest free loan, you don't need to worry. Tell fund don't be anybody wet. They don't settle Nigeria's students. Tell fund don't settle us. Tell fund don't settle us. Tell fund don't settle us.
Come make Nel Fund settle you. Apply for your interest-free loan for Nel Fund so that you go settle your future. Go pursue your dream. Nel Fund go pay. Nel Fund, we pay. You study, you conquer.
Nel Fund is an initiative of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Colibel drop. Solid na the condition where they make pikin cry so they know they hear solid. But as we dey talk so, good news don land for town. No matter the colic condition where they do your pikin, Colibel drops go make your pikin body dey kakaraka. You and your pikin go come dey smile, come dey tear mouth again. Your pikin go come sleep well. You no need this one plenty. Na just one drop per time go stop all the fight wey dey happen for your pikin belle. This Colibel drops na another better product wey Maxine Healthcare carry come. Colibel drops. If your pikin no well after 2 days, make you go see your doctor.
Kindly follow us on Facebook at Maxine Healthcare.
Are you ready for the Women Radio Children's Day Fun Fair 2025? It's a day packed with fun games like Train Ride, Mega Climb Slide Castle, Toddler Town, Scrabble, bouncy games, awesome music, and super fun raffle draws where children can win amazing prizes. To be a vendor, you can book your spot for 25,000 Naira. For more information, call 0806 093 3694 or 0806 009 2137. Call us to book your spot now.
Sell your market on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Are you a member of our Women Radio Network? Are you a trader? Do you own a business? Do you want to increase your sales? I have good news for you. To sell your market free with no charge every Tuesday 11:30 a.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Call 07000 917 917 09155 917 917 0800 1235 917. Sell your market and connect with customers far and wide for free. This is only for Women Radio Network members. Follow us on social media, Facebook, X, and YouTube at WFM 917.
The stories are real.
Something like this happened to me years back. I saw some messages in his phone. The lady that sent the message to him, when I read him, I said, "Oh, why are you like this? Why are you doing all this?"
It's all around you.
And so when she comes up to him to tell him her sexual needs, you should be humble enough to listen. And if there's something you can do about that, you do it. If you're reading books, if you see a therapist, be open to certain things, because at the end of the day, this person is your partner. That is the bottom line of everything. My family advised him to marry the girl he has impregnated. We forced him, but he refused. So when the girl starts telling that you call her too much, when there's something fishy,
You want to share it. Let people free. You're not alone. Break the silence culture. Adult Conversations. Weeknights from 8 on WFM 91.7, the voice of women.
I feel that there's some sort of lack of professionalism in this because we're talking about 100 lives.
Government has to also put in place a structure to make it look like what they have in mind.
How do we stop crime in the society? Because at the end of the day, if a man cannot provide for his wife anymore, he looks for other means.
Because we should address Nigerian problems. We should not.
This is Panorama.
Mondays through Fridays to 9 to 5 a.m.
And WFM 91.7 will bring you ladies from across Nigeria's political zones, dissecting, discussing, and disagreeing on topical issues of the day. You too can join the conversation by tweeting us at WFM 917 with the hashtag Panorama. WFM 91.7, the voice of women.
Women Radio 91.7, breaking the culture of silence.
Well, this is still Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I am Miracle Phillip, and of course, in the spirit of getting to celebrate good football just the way you like it. Let's switch our conversations now and celebrate the women who are worth celebrating. Well, some people would say these women were able to save Arsenal as a whole in spite of Arsenal men having a trophyless season. Well, a star-stricken moment for Arsenal women as they stunned Barcelona with a 1-0 victory in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Now, the Barcelona women are looking forward to clinching a third consecutive title. Come on, where's it? But of course, you know what this season is in football. If you have noticed the pattern, this season has been one that we can say is the season of the underdogs. Because the last time Arsenal women won this title was in 2007. And while they proved to be so much filled with a lot of grit and tough, yes, at the Estadio Jose Alvalade Stadium, it was Stina Blackstenius' goal at the 74th minute that sent shocking waves through Barcelona women's fans, and was a telltale sign that indeed the baton was going to be changed as far as title holders is concerned. Well, for them, Arsenal women, they are the only English outfit to win the competition. Arsenal made the trip to Portugal. All they wanted to do was try to see how they could get through to repeat their triumph from the 2007 season. And well, a beautiful way for them, especially as they had toppled Olympic Lyonnais, to make sure that they broke forth. And yes, Renee, Sledge's women, absolutely excited. I just want to take you through to, what she had to say right after that game.
So I'm so happy for everyone that everything we've been asking for and all the demands we've had and all the questions we've asked on the players, that they got the reward today. I think they're so worth it because they've worked extremely hard. And the funny or the positive thing about everything, of course, we're going to reflect and take all this in. But I think there's even more in this team. So that's almost the scary part of it, that we've achieved something enormous today. But there's even more to give in this team. So we're really going to celebrate tonight and enjoy the moment. And then there's some time off and there's Euros and other national team camps. And then we come back, and I'm so excited about more.
Well, congratulations to Arsenal. It's a big one for this particular team, and also a big one as well for the Dutch football coach who actually took over, this particular team and made sure that she gave them victory in just the way they liked it. I mean, just 4 months after being named the Gunners head coach on a permanent basis, and the 36-year-old delivered on the mandate. It's your Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. And yes, the phone lines are open, so you get to be a part of the conversation. Don't forget, the phone lines are 07000 917 917, 09155 917 917. And yes, we also have our toll-free number for women. It is 0800 1235 917. I'm going to be picking your calls 0800 1235 917, and our text and WhatsApp line 08155 917 917, 0703 175 6537. Those are the lines for you to get to reach us on this morning. Let's switch sides and talk about the Premier League and so much action that went down yesterday. Oh yes, it was the final match day. March day 38, you can say. And a lot of things were at stake actually, but I'm going to take this call here. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, you can do well to call us back, okay? It's 07000 917 917, 09155 917 917. Our toll-free number for women, 0800 1235 917. I said it was an all-stakes game. A lot were at stake yesterday. And, yesterday we're just going to have to define the Premier League clubs that were going to finally make it to the Champions League. Now, we know the margin was clear. Liverpool, the title holders. Maybe they're not for me. Title holders of the 2024-2025 Premier League season. Arsenal were in their right, following up close, and it was a sure banker for them as well, considering their stats and their position. But the battle was really on for the third, the fourth, and the fifth position. And what we got to see with the end of the games, after so much permutations, my brothers and sisters, a very thrilling Premier League final day. Bournemouth took victory over Leicester City with 2-0. Manchester City needed to continue to stamp their foot on and take that third place. And so we got to see 2-0 at Fulham, Fulham actually. Wolves and Brentford shared the same score. And what was the most sought after game yesterday? Chelsea fans, they had a lot of tension. It was them taking the lead over Nottingham Forest yesterday. All they needed to do was thank Colwell at the 58th minute because he sealed the deal for the team. And also Manchester United also taking victory over Aston Villa. You know what? A lot of teams will say, thank you so much, Manchester United. Maybe we not achieve anything this season, but at least help us seal the deal. Southampton, they lost to Arsenal. It was 2-1. Newcastle, they lost to Everton 1-0. Liverpool drew it with Crystal Palace. And we got to see Ipswich Town losing to West Ham 3-1. Tottenham Hotspur losing to Brighton 4-1. And that wraps it up on the Premier League season. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Miracle. Good morning.
Good morning to you, voice of Taraba. How you doing now?
Miracle, you don't have my voice now.
Well, I know gonna your voice. Tell me, how you feeling this morning? I'm sure you're happy for Arsenal women.
I'm over happy, like I'm over the moon. I hope that this has been one of Arsenal's best seasons in more than 20. I mean, some people will not agree with me, but I'm telling you the truth. Since 2004, 2003, that we leave that Premier League, we have not had a season like this season. We finished in the semi-final, something that we have achieved that only 2 times in our history. And we finished second again in the Premier League for the 3 consecutive times. And our women lead in the Champions League for the 2nd time in our history.
What a season!
So we have achieved. Yes, we have a lot of money. We have a lot of money to go into the transfer market and to even sign. We can sign the whole Real Madrid. We can the whole Real Madrid, Barcelona. We have the fund to sign all their players and bring them to the stadium. So I am telling you this for free. Next season, any club will stand out now and go collect to.
They go collect according to Voice of Taraba. Okay, now thank you so much for calling this morning. I'm glad to always have you join us on the program. Don't forget the phone lines are open 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917, and our toll-free number for women, that is 0800 1235 917. And then we have our text and WhatsApp line. That line is 08155 917 917 or 703 175 6537. So those are the lines for you to get to call us on on the show this morning. Well, in spite of the fact that yes, the top 5 now are decided. We're talking about Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City, Chelsea, and Newcastle. Now, if you missed out on the points, Liverpool are topping with 84 points, Arsenal 74 points, Man City 71 points, Chelsea 69 points, Newcastle 66 points. Now, they were actually drawing the same, with Aston Villa, and Aston Villa actually came up to say, "Hey, wetin happen?" They've actually come out to complain to the referees body, Professional Game Match Officials, after what they deemed a big mistake by official Thomas Bramall, contributing to them losing 2-0 at Manchester United and missing out on the Champions League. Of course, the match with the match goalless and Villa down to 10 men after goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez, yes, he was sent off. I think that was almost the undoing at that moment. And well, we get to see that, this is the complaints that have actually had to come out from their ranks. The director of football operatives, Damian Vidagani, said the club were unhappy that this had happened. They said, we are going to send a complaint. The complaint is not about the decision, it is about the selection of the referee. One of the most inexperienced referee in the Premier League. It's not about the decision. Clearly it's not a mistake. The complaint is about the referee. The problem is why the international referees were not here today. But you know what they say? As he don't bite you, the result is clearly in your face. No Champions League for next season. And well, Tottenham Hotspur will be really, really smiling right now, because they got it. But it's what it is. And let's switch sides now to everything that has to do with the tennis world. Well, the much anticipated French Open saw itself right up there, in high heavens. Let me call it that. Yeah, the French Opens had itself in high heavens, having commenced in grand style back for a 2025 interesting season. This was yesterday being Sunday. And you know what it does? It gathers all of the world best players to fight it out and land a major title. Yeah. for someone like Carlos Alcaraz, you'll be aiming to defend his crown in the men's single, while Iga Swiatek, who is the current champion in the women's singles at Roland Garros, will look to see how she can continue to set it all. And here's the thing. Having started yesterday, is going to run all the way to June 8th. So what is really it about this, team and having to look out for, the French Open? What was it as a yesterday? What teams made it through? How was this really, really impressive? We'll talk about that. But then also we'll talk about the fact that as a yesterday as well, there was beautiful, beautiful moment, especially for Rafael Nadal. Yes, he was actually honored at the Roland Garros farewell ceremony. This was more like the highlight of the moment for this man, who happens to be one of the big four. And guess what? Your very favorite tennis stars, they were right there to honor this moment for him. Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, Andy Murray. Let's take a look at, let's just feed ourselves into that moment.
Bonsoir tous. Je ne sais pas par où commencer, car après avoir joué sur ce cours pendant les 20.
Well, permit me to be your interpreter this morning. Well, Rafael Nadal was all out. He said after all these years of fighting for everything, it's unbelievable how time changes the perspective of things. All the nerves, the pressure, strange feelings when you see each other when you're rivals is completely different when you finish your career. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Baba Blue.
Baba Blue. How you doing?
Fine.
Okay, let's get into your thoughts this morning quickly.
Congratulations to Chelsea. We are the pride of London.
Congratulations.
I want to take my flight down to England today. I want to go and meet Jamegaraga.
All right, thank you so much for calling Baba Blue. All right, so yeah, I was Baba Blue can be very, very funny, but yeah, congratulations to Chelsea fans. So Rafael Nadal was saying we built amazing rivalries, but I think in a good way. We fought hard for titles, but we're good colleagues and respected one another. It means a lot that you all are here. I really enjoyed a lot pushing myself to the limit every single day to compete with all of you. Well, it's just so beautiful for Rafael Nadal, and I mean at this point you're saying goodbye to a competition, to a tournament, to a career that has made you put you at the starlight, put you where you are. And I mean, when you attach yourself for so many years to a particular craft, it can be really, really emotional for you to get to say goodbye. But when we talk about some of the very star players that had their way in the first opening part of the French Open, Ariana Sabalenka, who's currently world number 1, she had a commanding performance, defeating Kamila Kachimova 6-1, 6-0. Yeah, we also see Chinese Zheng Quinin also overcoming Anastasia, showing off her consistent form, and 4th seed Jasmine Paolini edging out Yan Yu in a 3-set battle, 6-1, 4-6, 6-3. So there'll be so much more that will unwrap itself as far as the French Open is concerned, and I'll be right here to serve you. Well, coming up at 7:30 certainly is the newspaper review, and I just want to encourage you to stay sporty, stay good, stay tuned. Miracle, Hype My Club today, tomorrow we go do good morning.
Oh my. In a room full of dimes, you would be $100. If being fine was a crime, girl, they lock you in the tower. The way you move like you do, ooh, it's like you do it for a living.